What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the video. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I am here with the refreshed 2025 Kia Carnival, and this one's the fully loaded SX Prestige model with the V6. Let's get right into it, but before we do, big thank you to Kia for sending me this Carnival for this review. So as always, let's start this review under the hood. What we have here is a 3.5 liter direct injection V6 putting out 287 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque, and that's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. 0 to 60 takes roughly 7 seconds. Fuel economy ratings are combined 21 miles per gallon, that's 18 in the city, 26 on the highway, and the capacity of the fuel tank is 19 gallons. Now, please forgive me, the car is a little bit dirty because, as you can see, snow, salt, New Jersey winter. I gave it a quick rinse off, so it's better than it was. But anyway, let's check out the new front end of the Carnival. So we can see the massive tiger nose grille. So as you can see, the grille is mostly black, but we do have some chrome inserts going across. The surround is this really nice matte finish, dark gray color. There's a tiny bit of gloss black at the top, and it kind of blends into where the headlights are. Your forward-facing camera is nicely hidden right in the middle there. You can see we have stacked LED fog lights at the bottom. Now, the headlights are all new for 2025. This SX Prestige model has these 4 stacked projector LEDs. They have a really nice square shape. I think they look really sharp. And now check out the turn signal, the way it comes up, comes to a bend, and then across. And this light you see here also doubles as the daytime running light, and the daytime running light is also the same color. So it's an amber daytime running light instead of white. Looks very distinctive. It also matches the rest of the Kia lineup. It's also very distinguishable at nighttime. You can see this coming from way down the road, and you know right away it's a Kia. And I do have to say, out of the other minivans like the Honda Odyssey, the Toyota Sienna, and the Chrysler Pacifica, I think this one has the best looking front end by far. This exterior color is called Astra Blue, by the way. There is a slight upcharge for it, but I think it's a really nice blue. Now turning over here to the side, we have power folding mirrors with LED turn signal indicators, and you can see it's a two-tone colorway, more of that dark gray with gloss black at the bottom. Now, one thing that I think looks really cool on here is they blacked out the A-pillar, and that kind of gives the illusion that it's just like one piece of glass going from the front to the side. Then you get it on the pillars here too. Gives off that kind of floating roofline illusion. I think it looks cool. Another piece of that dark gray trim, but they added all these little geometric pattern shapes to it. So I think this actually looks really cool. Just adds something. Now right here, with some minivans, they try to hide the track for the sliding door, sometimes like up in the window. They kept it, just in sight here, but they did kind of incorporate the body lines into it to try to make it a bit more cohesive as part of the design and not just sticking out like a sore thumb. You do get roof rails up top in case you have additional cargo you want to tie down. Now the wheel arches are paint matched to the rest of the car, but down at the very bottom you do get some flat black cladding along with more of the dark gray trim. Now let's take a look here at the wheel and tire setup. This is a blacked out 19-inch wheel, and this one is exclusive to the SX Prestige. The tires it's riding on are Goodyear Assurance Finesse. These are all season tires, and the size is 235/55. And now back here at the rear end, you can see there's all new taillights for 2025. It used to just be this really thin bar starting right here, just going across, but now they added this vertical section that I think makes it look a whole lot better. And it also mirrors the design of the headlights. As you can see, the lights are full LED, but I believe you do have to step up to the SX Prestige to get the full LED. You're gonna have an incandescent turn signal on the lower trims, but it's a nice clean rear end. The camera for the digital rear view mirror sits up here at the top, blends in nicely, and your backup camera is right by the license plate. You have a small spoiler that sticks out at the top, and with that spoiler, they were able to hide the wiper underneath. So it's a nice clean design. You don't have a big wiper just sticking out right there on the glass. And down at the bottom, more flat black cladding on the bumper along with the dark gray trim. And as you can see, we have parking sensors going along the bumper. You got your reverse lights down at the bottom and integrated reflectors on both sides. And now heading back into the cargo area is absolutely massive. So as you can see, all the seats are up right now, all 3 rows, and check out how much space there is behind the third row. Not only is there still a lot of space lengthwise, but it goes quite deep, as you can see. We have these nice storage cubbies off to the left that are quite roomy. You can put a lot of stuff in there. And for connectivity off to the right, you get both a 12-volt and a full-sized home power outlet. And the thing that makes the deep floor even better is that when you fold down the third row seats, they sit completely flush when you pull them down. They also go down very easy. So as you can see now, you still have the second row seats up, and you have almost a complete flat floor in the back. And I'm gonna put up on the screen how much cargo volume there is behind each row. So first we have behind the third row, and now behind the second row, and now with all the seats folded down. Now the second row seats, they don't fold flat, but they still have a ton of room. But I have to say, the total cargo capacity is quite impressive. Also, let's take a look at the updated key fob for 2025. It's still that kind of detonator style key fob, but it is a little different. So on the front of it, you can see we have the lock button at the top, unlock, tailgate, and the alarm. And then on the other side, remote start, and the sliding doors for the left side and the right side. And a quick shout out to this video sponsor, FitCam X. FitCam X is a custom hardwired 4K dash cam that is made for your specific car's interior with no exposed wires showing. And it connects to your phone via the FitCam X app. And they're offering all my viewers 10% off everything on their site using promo code OPTICAL. Link in the description. So now we are inside the refreshed 2025 Kia Carnival. I have to say, pretty nice. Let's take a look. So starting up on the dash, we have a soft touch plastic up at the very top with a simulated stitching. Looks nice, not real, not leather, not leatherette. Looks pretty nice. Now all the trim work is plastic, but they did try to make it look a bit more premium. This has like a smoked gunmetal finish. And over on the door panel, it's soft touch along the top. We have a big plastic piece right here, but they did give the door handle a nice chrome look to it. We have the memory seat buttons for the driver's seat. Now this really vivid brown, almost orangey color is called Tuscan Umber. We have leather on the back of the armrest here and on the side panel. I like the nice chrome accents on the controls. These are all 4 windows, automatic up, down, and of course your control for your power folding mirrors. Down here you can see the detail on the speaker grill for the Bose audio system, and we'll be taking a listen to that later in the video. And you can see down at the bottom, really big storage pocket, so you can fit a lot of stuff in there, so plenty of storage. And now these front seats, I found them to be quite comfortable, so more of that Tuscan umber color. Two-tone, of course, it's black on the sides, and then it has the contrast stitching as well. The SX Prestige can be optioned with real leather, which is what we have here. This is not the Syntex leatherette. As you can see, the seating surface is fully perforated. They are power adjustable, and the front seats are both heated and ventilated. Now let's take a look here at the steering wheel. This is an older design of the Kia steering wheels, but it's still a very nice wheel. My favorite part on this SX Prestige, this is a heated wheel. And as you can see with all the snow in the background, it's very cold out here right now. This heated steering wheel for the past week has been like a godsend. I love it, and I'm very sad I have to go back to my car that doesn't have one. As you can see, we have this dark gray contrast stitching going around the inside. And if we take a look at the controls, these are your audio controls here: volume, mute, fast forward, rewind, your mode button, which takes over your main display, and you can customize different things there. You have your favorites button, your phone button, and your voice command button up there. And on the right side, you have your lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, following distance. This button here works with the digital gauge display. And now the centerpiece of this interior has to be this all new 12.3-inch dual infotainment touchscreen and digital gauge display. The two sit side by side, and it's all one curved panel of glass. Now starting on the gauge display, you have your speedometer off to the left and your tach off to the right. And in the middle, you have your trip computer information and tire pressure. You can have it show your navigation instructions, your following distance when you're using your adaptive cruise control. And that's really it. There's not a whole lot that it shows. Then you have a head-up display as well. On this SX Prestige, it has traffic sign recognition. It can show your speed limit. And also when you're using your adaptive cruise control, it shows the following distance. It also shows when another vehicle comes in your blind spot. And I actually find it to be quite useful. But my favorite feature on the infotainment screen has to be the turn signal camera. It shows up in the digital gauge cluster and it works for both sides, right and left. We also see this on Hyundais and Genesis cars as well. And this is one of those things that I really think every car should have. It's very useful, especially driving on the highway when you're trying to change lanes. And here off to the side, we have the 12.3-inch infotainment touchscreen. It has its own native navigation system built in. You can record voice memos in here. Now here we have passenger view, which lets you spy on the kids in the back. That's there so you can keep an eye on the kids, so when you're in traffic and they start slapping the shit out of each other, you don't have to turn around and crash. But, you know, if you're looking for peace of mind as a parent, you can also choose to ignore this as well. Kia also has their connected services that you can pay a subscription for, and with that, you get weather and the valet mode. You can also run the vehicle diagnostics as well, but also you have the online manual that you don't need the connected services for. You just scan the QR code and then you can pull up the manual on your phone and search for whatever it is that you need, instead of having to go through an entire manual just to find what you're looking for. That, I think, is a great feature. You can see here up above, looks like a regular mirror, but this also has the built-in digital mirror as well. We got a whole bunch of buttons here up above. So we have the lights, we also have the power doors, that's the left one, the right one, power tailgate, and you can deactivate the power doors if you wish using that. We have an emergency SOS button there, and the controls for both sunroofs. So let's talk about the sunroof. Even though this technically doesn't have a panoramic sunroof, we have a standard size one up front and another standard size one in the rear. And the thing that makes these sunroofs special is that they both open. Now, there are plenty of vehicles out there that have two sunroofs, but not two sunroofs that both slide back. I mean, that's something. Sure, having just the one sliding one is cool, but having both, so that way your rear passengers can get nice airflow too, that is awesome. Now, the AC controls are interesting, to say the least. So as you can see, there's a digital display here with your AC controls, right? You have your front and rear defrosters, automatic recirculate, fan speed, zone, rear AC, and the knobs for the temperature. But if you look around, you're probably thinking, well, where are the audio controls? I mean, yeah, you have the ones on the steering wheel, but where are the ones here? You would expect them to be right here. Well, this kind of serves a dual function. You can see this button with these arrows right here. You hit that, and then all of a sudden, now you have your temperature knob just switched to a volume and power knob, and your other one just switched to, you know, a tune fast forward knob, and you have your typical shortcut buttons that you normally see on Hyundai and Kia models. You have to switch between them when you want to use them. I mean, I guess it's cool. I mean, is this innovative? Yes, but intuitive? It's not the end of the world, but I don't know how I feel about it. As far as connections go, you can see we have two USB-C ports, and in here we have a 12 volt. As you can see, wireless charger. There's storage for some extra stuff there. Pretty nice shift lever. It's got a leather boot on it. Down below, you have your parking brake, your brake hold, and your drive mode selector. Got your two cup holders. And then these metallic looking buttons down here. Got your heated and ventilated seat controls, your heated steering wheel controls. You have your camera controls. Now the camera system in here is fantastic. We have a 3D model here that shows your surroundings very well with little to no distortion and even in real time. Off to the right, we have the 360 camera, which is very useful for parking in tight spaces. Of course, you have your backup camera. You can have your backup camera take up the whole screen. Forward-facing camera, fantastic camera system. I think other companies should use this as a benchmark because it's a really great system. You have another small storage compartment right here. Inside the center armrest, it goes pretty deep. There's a lot of room in there, and you can see there is some felt down there at the bottom, but there is no additional outlet or anything like that in there. And inside the glove box, standard size, and it's also lined with felt, so that's nice. This Kia Carnival has a 12-speaker Bose audio system, so let's take a quick listen. right, so now I'm in the back seat right behind where I'd have the driver's seat adjusted for myself, me being 6 feet tall. Now, as you can see to the side of me, this seat is on a track, so it can slide forward and back. Right now, I have it slid all the way back. And now if I slide it all the way forward, you can see, well, not quite gonna work, but put it back, plenty of room. And down here in the center, you can see we have 2 cup holders. We have a full-sized home power outlet and a 12 volt, but also on the back of the seats, a USB-C port on each side. Now you can see here from the back, there's actually controls to move the front passenger seat. Now, it's not really applicable in this configuration because there is another package option where you can get captain seats, but also have recliners on those captain seats. So if you're sitting in the passenger seat here and you want to use the recliner and there's no one sitting in this front passenger seat, that's when you would use these controls to move the passenger seat forward. You're probably also wondering about the doors. You can see we have power sliding doors for the rear, but of course you still get the manual opening lever. You do get window switches, and the windows do go all the way down, almost all the way down, but that's not really common on minivans, so that's certainly good to have. We still get the soft touch material in the second row, which is good, and we also get manually adjustable sunshades. And also in the second row, on the right side on the ceiling, you'll see AC controls. It does have an automatic mode, but you can manually adjust the temperature, the zone, as well as fan speed. And in the second row, there are 2 air vents, and they're both up in the ceiling. And the middle seat in the second row can also be folded down. It is soft on the side, so you can use it as an armrest. This part here is hard plastic, but you can just use it, I don't know, to put whatever. And you have 2 cup holders. And now to head back into the third row, we slide this lever and slide the seat all the way forward. And now back in the third row, we do get headrests that slide up. All right, so right here, I have the second row seat all the way back. And when I go behind it, I'm just barely touching the back. So even at 6 feet tall, I can still fit back here. Now, in terms of amenities, also get USB-C ports on both sides. The manually adjusting sunshades, even for this tiny little window here in the third row. And like the second row, 2 more air vents in the ceiling, although there are no independent controls for the third row. It's the same as the second, but we still get the vents. And both sides get 2 cup holders and a small storage pocket. MSRP of this 2025 Kia Carnival SX Prestige is $52,755. Big thank you to Kia for sending me this Carnival to keep for an entire week to be able to get nice and familiar with so that I could give you guys the most thorough review possible. Let me know your thoughts on the new Carnival down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please share with a friend and subscribe. It'll really help the channel grow. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. Let me know down in the comments what other vehicles you want to see on the channel next. And be sure to follow @OpticalAutomotive on TikTok and Instagram, and check out the page on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.